Hi guys and welcome back to Mambo Zuri. Today we have a new series to present to you called Hadithi Yangu. In this segment, we'll be talking to Kenyans doing big things in their respective fields. On today's episode of Hadithi Yangu, we'll be talking to a young musician called Tracer Artist. We're here to find out what he really has to say. I'm here with a very good friend of mine, Tracer. How you been, Tracer, first of all?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you guys been?
We're good. It's been a long time.
I know, man. Over a year now, innit?
Yeah, I think it's been over a year. First of all, I wanted to ask you, can you talk us through your foundations of music? Where did your love of music come from?
My love of music started when I was a child still. Because I remember when my mom and dad used to go out, I used to tell them to take me out with them to like what we call jam sessions in Kenya. They do jam sessions. So before they go out, they take me and my cousins out. So we go party in the daytime. And then when you reach a certain hour, children's got to go back home, innit? So we get dropped back home and then mom and dad go out. And then that's how it started. So I just started loving music that way. And then when I was a bit older, when I went to school, I started doing music activities and things like that. So I was more or less into the music from when I can remember, basically.
Do you have any influences in music?
Yeah, it's bare people, man. I look up to a lot of people, man. Especially producers, Timbaland, right now Metro Boomin and stuff like that. So, yeah, man.
Just touched on producing. You are both a producer and a performer, but is there one that you'd say you prefer or that you feel more comfortable doing?
Now, I started off as a producer, and then so I'm very comfortable producing. But when I go into the performing, as in writing music and doing my own music, I don't really mind it. It's something that comes with producing for a long time. So you start getting the flow of it, and then eventually you start writing, and then eventually you start performing your own thing. So it's something it comes in a package, and I'm sure a lot of producers in the world start like that. They start producing and then they just change with time, and then they end up being the artist themselves. Yeah, I think it just comes with a whole package, to be honest.
As you were saying, like, you have to get into it.
Yeah.
And I've seen you on stage like numerous times with performances.
Yeah.
Was it difficult to get into the flow of that, like jumping around, like holding the mic? Was it hard to get hold of, or did it come to you easily?
I wouldn't say it was hard. I wouldn't say it was easy as well. It's just a thing where, because I've been in the music for so long, I've seen people do it, and I've seen how it should be done and how it shouldn't be done. So when I got my chance to do it, I just done it the way I thought was how it's meant to be done. And it happened to obviously work, because people that when I was performing, people was enjoying the performance. So I kept it at that, to be honest. So now when I go on stage, it's just, it just happens, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to talk about your sound. You're very tactile. You're very tactile with your music. You have different genres. Let me say you touch on different genres. Would you say there's one that you're most comfortable with, or you're just free? You're just free.
I'm free. I don't want to put myself in that box of I'm doing just hip hop or just R&B or Afrobeats or whatever you want to call it. I'm everywhere. So when I go into the studio, is however I'm feeling that day, I'll put it into the music. So I might be feeling mellow. I might do something for the gallop. You never know. I might be feeling, maybe I'm on a road tip, and then I might do something road. But you never know. It's just whatever comes. But I try to do a bit of everything and put a bit of the East African flavor in it. So I always have to represent the 254, man. That's where I'm from. And people don't know what 254 is. That's Kenya, innit? Nairobi code.
That's the phone code for people that don't know. So what have you got in the pipeline? What have you been working on over the last year?
For the past, this year we've been working a lot on the clothing brand, which is Squad254. I've just recently started releasing my own music. So I released an intro record it's on social media, it's on YouTube. It's Tracer dash intro. You can find it on there. And so we're concentrating on that and a lot on the clothing line, which is Squad254.
So in Squad254, I know you have musicians, photographers, videographers. For those that don't know, how could they get in contact with you?
Bruv, just hit me up, social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever. Just write me a message, and then we can do the link up, man. I'm on Tracer Music on everything, to be honest.
All right, then. And one more thing. Have you got any advice for any young Kenyans in the diaspora trying to get into the music game?
Yeah, I'll just say just start. The worst thing you can do is not start, cause then you have nothing, and when you're starting out, you have nothing to lose. So you might as well go ahead and do it. So don't wait for someone to tell you, oh yeah, you can't do it, or you can do it this way. Just do it your own way, and just make sure you're putting out what you want to put out and how you feel on your record. And then, bruv, you've only got one way, because you're starting at the bottom. You can only go up. You can't sink any lower. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to start from somewhere. So I'll tell everyone that's looking to get into the music industry to just get in and start, first of all, and then you'll pick up from there.
Thank you so much for your time, Tracer. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Big up Mambo Zuri.
Thank you.
They always got me on, man.
We hope to catch up with you this time again next year.
It's cool, man. I'm just gonna show you how I made this instrumental. Gonna go through it. It's done in about 20 minutes. I'm just gonna show you all the layers and how basically everything comes together. So when I started with the main, let's say, melody, which is that. That's that, and then I doubled it with something under it, basically just to accompany that. And then I done a quick bass line to it, so just to give it that, you know, you need a bass line basically. Line. Bad. But yeah, you get what I'm talking about. So if that comes in together, so yeah, that's what you get. And then after that, I just layered my drums as usual. I start with the kicks. People that don't know what kicks are is the knock, the doof. You know what I'm saying? That's what the kicks are. Like that. Basically you get, and then the claps, which is the claps, self-explanatory. And then I just layered the kicks, so I basically doubled the kicks and the claps, and I put some hi-hats in it just to make that, to give it a groove of a trap instrumental basically. That's an instrumental made in about 20 minutes. So that was done in about 20 minutes. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's not easy. I wouldn't say it's hard. I wouldn't say it's easy, but you just gotta know what you're doing, and you've gotta know your way around the program. So I use the program Logic X 2017. I don't know what one it is. I think it's 10.2 or 10 point whatever. But yeah, and I use Complete Compact, which is natives, which comes with that complete control, and Logic. So that's all you need, and a good pair of monitors and a sound card, and you're good to go. As I said, this is my home setup. So after this, I've done this, then we take it to the main studios, and then it gets mixed down, it gets mastered, we record the vocals and so forth, and that's how the track is done. Yeah, so I'm Tracer, na hiyo ni Hadithi Yangu.